Hello everyone. I just wanted to take an extra moment to say thank you ever so much to each and every one of you who has been watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, asking questions, all of that good stuff. It really does mean a lot to me as we come into the 50th session of Campaign 3, Baldur's Gate 3 5th Edition. I just wanted to say thanks and I'll let you get back to your regularly scheduled programming. Cheers. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th Edition. Last time, Shadowheart here went undercover as a dark drow, made their way across the camp to rescue Astarion, who had been killed in action, but we managed to revive them with our wits and guile. Now, the goblins up here have been defeated, the 5 that were attacking us, but below, I thought the party would still be going. The guard is still there, so I'm guessing, yeah, they're just outside of the draw distance. So, we'll leave Astarion just there for one moment. And Shadowheart, who is still in disguise, will pick through some pockets of these dead folks. Because what I'm really looking forward to is... what I'm looking for is some kind of bludgeoning weapon. Now... why are those theft, but the others not? It's a strange line to draw. Don't need extra bows. There you go. A ritual staff is a bludgeoning weapon. That's what I'm looking for. So, before we start trying to tear down this wall, let's see about healing Astarion. Shadowheart is completely out of spells and does not get any kind of spell revival like the druid and the wizard do. Astarion has 2 spell slots left. Also has his bite that he might be able to utilize later. But for now, it's either going to be a short rest or a healing potion. Let's see what he has on him. He has a couple of good ones, but the short rests are... the short rest gets back the vampire bite. Let's take one of these big ones. So we go from 4 HP to 16. That's a good 12. We'll add a small potion of healing on top of that. 22 is a reasonable enough place to be. Now, Shadowheart, if you would be so kind as to equip that staff you just picked up. I know you're probably not proficient with it. There it is. Oh, maybe you are. And if you could please attack this wall. Now that there is no one here to hear our shenanigans. Okay, so that gives us access to a collapsed corridor. I don't know if this is intended to be an entrance or an exit, but the other problem that we currently have is the other members of the party are just hiding way back here. They can't even retreat the way they came because, of course, if I can orient myself... the log to get down has been lost. Did I give Gale the other scroll of Featherfall? This is a great, important question. I did. So, he and Andrew could jump down into the swamp and go the long way round if they really have to. They could try and get out across the front bridge as an exit. They might be able to make that run. There are, of course, guards posted at the front. And then out on the other side of the map, I'm not sure if there's any convenient way for them to get to these bits of land here. I'm not sure what... so this up here is the flaming house. I don't know if there's anything in this kind of void of the map, but certainly there doesn't seem to be any two parts here outlined in white that connect these sections to this area over here. So with that in mind, I don't really fancy just trying to take on the rest of the camp with Shadowheart and Astarion as they are. But let's just take Shadowheart, crouch, and just peek in here alone, just to see what's on the other side of here. And hopefully it's not some kind of one-way door.
A chill runs down your spine. Every step takes you deeper into a filthy Selonite lair. Yet one that clearly fell to ruins long before goblins infested it. Perhaps due to the dark justiciars you found signs of. No matter. The truth will be revealed in time. You silently offer a prayer to Shah and her glory.
Well, our cleric is clearly offended by things that happen here. We are able to get back out of the collapsed corridor, so we can do a little bit of high area scouting in here. There is a crack here. We cannot walk there. And it appears we cannot jump through this crack either. There's a civilian called Liam on a rack. Someone else called Abdirak. No sign of Halsin. But perhaps some opportunity for sneak attacking from up here. And then down in this chamber, there's True Soul Gut, High Priestess of the Absolute. So that is the one who we were told might possibly be able to get the worms out of our eyes, but it is our preference that we would rescue Halsin and see if they instead can help us. This does not seem to be trapped, so we'll just have a quick peek. A bloodstone and 39 gold. We can walk across these beams, but there is someone that has visual sight on them. And so, other than that, it seems like this might be an entryway in. Oh, there is a ladder. I was going to say we might not be able to get out of here once we are here, but we can climb the ladder and escape if we have to. Is there a big door at the back of there? That might be the door that the ogre downstairs is guarding. And there's about a half dozen individuals down there. I'd like to try and sneak across and see what's on the other side, but there's an entryway out here taking us to more floors and secrets and hidden areas and all kinds of things that are going to get us killed if we are spotted in the wrong place. Now, we do have the advantage that we do currently look like a drow. But it might be the case that that's alright for getting through the party, but if Princess Gut tries to engage us in conversation and we have the wrong answer, we might be screwed. But apart from the entryway that we found up here, and the entryway that exists through the main door, I'm not sure that we know of any other way to get in or out of here. And clipping through the walls is revealing there's some kind of hidden room over here, but that's not information that I should really be privy to. So now we have to make the decision. Are we going to try and sneak over, or are we going to leave outside gather Astarion and try and get the whole party here first, preferably with another long rest, which is unfortunate because we've just long rested, but the encounter here keeping Astarion alive was rather intense. But I don't think, apart from Volo, who's over there reciting poetry and such, there's nothing out here in the main campgrounds that interests us. There's the main door that kind of matches where we think it should be from the comparison of indoors. And then the other question becomes, how are we going to get Gale and Andrew over here? Andrew might be able to wild shape and kind of burrow along as a badger from place to place. And Gale can cast Disguise Self, but doesn't know the spell. So if we can find a spell scroll of Disguise Self, he can add it to his spell book for a small fee, and then the next time we rest, we can... Oh, Astarion has 2 scrolls of Disguise Self. So if we can get Astarion and Andrew, Astarion and Gale to be close together, they can trade objects, because we don't have magic pockets in this game. Hypothetically, I can take these scrolls and put them in Gale's pocket, even though Astarion and Gale are hundreds of feet away. So I don't do that, because that's not how the real D&D world works. Quote-unquote, real D&D world. So we do have those scrolls. That is very interesting. Astarion does currently have 2 first-level spell slots remaining. So he can cast... Let's unequip these torches. We don't need those. +1 dagger. Oh no, we had 2 short swords. That's what we have. And our longbow, that's what we want there. Shadowheart, please re-equip your +1 dagger. Okay, so that's all correct. But Shadowheart is without spells. So, Astarion, please disguise self as a male drow. It's going to be in here somewhere. And I guess it just so happens that these two now look exactly the same.
Goblins are such vile little parasites.
But we are both alive.
Nature, are you really the one to judge?
I thought there was a 5th creature that we'd fought with. But if there isn't another corpse, I shan't worry about it. So apart from going around and trying to kill all of these little groups of enemies one after the other, which seems like a terrible, terrible plan, retreating and coming back later might be our best bet. Because even if we could get everyone inside, having no spell slots for our cleric seems like a terrible situation to be in. So how do we get back down? Is it over this side? Looks like it. Let's wander back over there. Unless... Alright, we're going to go back in for a second. Because Blessing of the Trickster is a cleric feature, not a spell. So what I fancy is having these two sneak, and Shadowheart, please Blessing of the Trickster on Astarion. Fortunately, she can keep her visage of a drow and concentrate on this at the same time. So, sneaking with a plus, with advantage on all his stealth rolls. Let's take a little wander. Well, we've been seen. Hence why our stealth stopped. But it appears no one's chasing up the ladder to come and get us. So let's just do a little more looking around. This does not appear trapped. Scroll of mirror image, scroll of ray of frost, and an onyx ring. It might be that as drow we kind of have carte blanche to wander around down there and do all the investigating we want, but if we get caught out, that would be a real problem. There's lots of loot up here. There's a chest that is really far away. A couple of locked ornate doors. And I worry that if I were to jump down here, that I'm not going to be able to get back up again. And that is not a situation I want to find myself in. Faithful of Maglubiet. But they're in a cage, and so they may well be an ally to us, because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I just hope that these walkways don't give way. They've got a lot of civilians around. No sign of the one we're actually interested in, though. I'll take the stuff that's worth money at low weight. Okay. Those spiders just rolled initiative. But not against me, which is really bizarre. I guess they killed Smithin. And there's so much going on in here. Dead Mind Flayer. It's like a tiefling or a hobgoblin or something. Is it? I can't tell if there's ears or horns. If we hop over there. Oh, this feels more like Splinter Cell than Baldur's Gate.
Scrying eye. Let's not get its attention.
Scrying? Where? Mithrana, Rozak, Scroll of Blur. Man, if this suddenly became a fight, I have no idea how we would kill so many individuals. But I really like this sneaking around the rafters business. More dice rolls that I can't see. Couple of nice arrows for Astarion. Those look like humans, although they may be cultists or in cahoots with the goblins otherwise. There's a ladder down that is always welcome. I will take a grease bottle. That is a handy thing to have. That's a dead end. That looks like a large trove of loot, which is very interesting. A couple of thieves' tools. Still no sign of the guy we're after. But I'm just impressed that this location is as intricate as it is. This is far more intricate than any other dungeon we've seen so far, which suggests perhaps this is kind of end of early access content. Yeah, so people are seeing us sneak around up here, but apparently aren't too bothered by that, it seems. I just wonder if we were to find a good spot and to just start sniping with our bow and arrow. I presume everyone else has just as good line of sight on us from up down there as we do up here. There's something else down that way. Can't get that far. I'd love to be a sorcerer with subtle spell at the moment. Right. Let's hop back on over. Could go down the ladder, but I don't fancy it. War drums are a bad sign. I think if they play war drums, they kind of frenzy everybody else. So if we can eliminate those in time, that would be worth doing. We hopped through here already, didn't we? Yeah, we decided we didn't want to jump down to that particular level. No sign of any extra exits, which is a shame, because I'd love to find a back entrance into this place. Otherwise, it seems like we might just be heading back over to Shadowheart and plotting our next move. But no one's given us grief for being here, which is really nice. So now I have some decisions to make about how we're going to approach this. We could have 3 drow and a spider or a badger, or we try and have a conversation in our regular forms, which seems far less wise, I must admit. We definitely can't get through here. We could probably Misty Step. Although maybe there's no passage here at all, in fact. Alright, let's go back up. Go back outside. Right, well that was a good bit of scouting there. We have our top entrance available to us. And with this door being the only other way in, with a very direct announcement of our presence, I think I'm gonna go back to the others. See about trying to escape across the main pathway, across the main bridge. How we'll do that even, I'm not entirely sure. We have wild shape and potions of invisibility. But right now I'd rather not spend my last scroll of Featherfall, because I'd rather put it into the spell book for the next time we can long rest. We can prepare that spell and bring it with us, which seems far more important at this time. Same with the Scrolls of Disguised Self that Astarion has. It's time to put a bunch of stuff into Gale's spellbook for utility as well as combat. We could try and have a conversation with this guard, but if that goes wrong, then we are very screwed. We are both still catching up. I'd like to rescue Volo, but right now it's just not on the cards. And I'm not sure if there's anything below this river. Is there a way for us to get here? Alright, we'll come back through here. See if there's anything under this river. And then we'll call it a day. Provided these lot suddenly don't give us issues. Is that us? That is us. One of us got stuck on the way. I was worried there was some other drow.
Yeah, they're awesome. What do you call a draw's knickers?
What do you call a drow's knickers? Is that because they're from the Underdark, perhaps? Okay. Nothing here. Just a river. What about the other way along? Stuff for washing clothes. A sponge and a soap bar. Oh, the camera. Shadowheart, can you become separate from Astarion here for a second, please? Because Astarion will get himself killed in running water here, I'm sure of it. Alright, this is... I can't tell if this is a glitch or if there is actually something here. Because there's always something hidden behind a waterfall. There is. How do we get up there? We use this rock. Please don't step on the trap. Please don't step on the trap. Please don't step on the trap. Thank goodness. Anything here of value? A muddy chest. Cups and things. Anything in this vase? Rum. Do we happen to have a key for this? I can't really tell for magic pockets without knowing, so we'll just have to try. Does Shadowheart have any lockpicks? Or thieves' tools? Yes, we have 5. Give that a go. Failed. Does that bring us down to 4? Down to 3. And that one. Why is it doing it twice? That's really strange. Okay, we have 1 left. Well, that's really annoying. I don't know if the DC gets harder and harder the more you go at it. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Well, that was a fast way to burn through 8 thieves' tools, apparently. What's the trap? Let's not find out. Some secrets are just meant to be kept until next time. But otherwise, no way for us to get up from here. Just that secret under the waterfall to be left for next time. So, join us next time. We will go and liaise with Andrew and Gale and see if we can't escape this camp to come slightly better prepared next time. Because now we have a little bit more information. We know our way in. Apparently Astarion has suddenly become over encumbered, but I can't remember him picking anything much up in the last minutes. That'll do. Join us next time and we'll see if we can't better prepare ourselves for whatever might be happening inside this camp, because oh boy, there's a lot going on in there. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.